Okay. You know what, let's just get into this video. Cultural differences, let's go. What are some of your cultural differences? What have you experienced as an African, as a foreigner, as somebody else, like in a relationship or not even in a relationship? Cultural differences, let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for returning, and continue to enjoy and just leave comments, interact, and just let me know if you guys are feeling what's going on in my channel. If there's something else that you want to hear about or more of, let me know. But welcome back. So today we're going to get into it. I know you see me like this, I'm holding the baby in my hand while recording at the same time. Multitask. But anyway, so today we're going to talk about cultural differences, because man, I remember I always say I want to marry somebody from my country, somebody that understand like my language, my food, and X, Y, and Z. But sometimes even marrying somebody within, you know, from the same country within, there are cultural differences, there are tribal differences. So I can't be the only one. But for me, my husband is from Cameroon and I'm from Sierra Leone. We speak different languages, and different food. Even though I feel like all African food, if we really, what is it, I can't say they're the same, of course different way of cooking it, but in a way they're the same, just we call it different things, and some country cook it better than others. Like for example, Sierra Leone cook the best cassava leaf. We known for our cassava leaf. So like a Cameroonian cooking cassava leaf, unless you have roots in Sierra Leone, it's not gonna taste the same, it's not gonna look the same. So anyway, but since I'm talking about food, that's one of the things, like food wise. Like my husband, like I said earlier, he's from Cameroon and I'm from Sierra Leone. So there are things that I'm like, what is this that he's making, he's cooking, or cooking certain things differently, like, and then I will cook it. Like we have two different way of cooking beans. Like the way I cook my beans, Sierra Leone style, is different than the way he cook his beans. So food wise is like different. And I know there was something else too that in Sierra Leone we call it tola, and I cooked it for him for the first time. He loved it, like he enjoyed it. But it's just like food difference, and there are little things. And I know Cameroonian, they have, what is this thing called, arrow? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's good. They have a lot of good food, honestly. Like the right person cooking it right, they have good food. So one of the cultural differences that we have in our relationship is food wise. So there might be times that he's cooking things from Cameroon and I'm cooking things from Sierra Leone. So in a way we'll come together. I'm learning new food, learning how to make things differently, you know, and he's also learning some Sierra Leone food. And another language. Yes, we speak English. But we speak, Sierra Leone, we speak Creole. And I know all African countries want to call it pidgin. No, our Creole is different than and there's two Creole. There's the broken English, and then there's the French Creole. So ours is more on the English side. That's why it's broken English Creole. But if I'm really speaking Creole, like you won't understand certain words because they're the same as the English words, but you won't really understand. So, and he speak French and other language. I know he said it, he told me it before. I don't remember. This is so sad. But anyway, so language barrier, especially, you know, talking to my in-law, and thank God she understands English, so, but not much. So we just hi and just a little how are you doing, just the basic is good. But like to everly communicate, language barrier is another thing that's we're making it work. So there's a little things, that's just two things that I just named, that difference between, you know, cultural difference in a relationship. And it's so important. And let me stop here. What are some cultural difference that you guys have faced or come across, or challenges that you have come across. And there are a lot. And also, as like being African and living in America, there are things like differences. Like, for example, like when you're talking to an adult, like if you're an African, well, I don't know for other African country, but I know for most people that I know that are African, you cannot look at them directly in the eye. But here, if you don't look at somebody in the eye when you're talking, it's like they'll assume you're lying. They'll assume you're lying. So it's like there's a lot of like those differences being African and living in America, or dealing with somebody that's American. So they're just little things. So it's important to respect each other's culture. You don't have to understand it, but you don't have to understand it, but you can respect it. You know, it's important to respect somebody else's culture. Because I know, I watched this show, I think, you know, when this guy go to different countries and the same things that we see, same things that they do, I don't agree with, and I don't have to understand it, but I'm like, that's what they have been brought up to do. That's what they're used to doing. That's their culture. That's from their country. So I don't have to deal with it, but respect goes a long way. So respect your partner, your friendship, respect their cultures, and that's, I can't even like stress respect a lot from that. So respect. And another thing is, it's fun to try to understand and learn about another person's culture. It really is fun. Like you try new things, you learn, you educate yourself. So try to learn, you know, if you're married or you with somebody, or a friendship, somebody from another culture, try to learn, try their food. You might just try a little bit. And also another thing, that's disrespect in the African community. I don't know, maybe in the American community too, smelling the food. If somebody give you food, smell it. And I know some people, like, they do that, they don't mean any disrespect by it, but just be mindful smelling food when somebody offer you. And also, you come to African household, we always want to offer you food, we always want to make you fat. So it's just respect, you know. We just offer you food, you can kindly decline, you know. But just remember, we're always trying to offer you food. And yeah, so that's it. That we're gonna offer you food. And if you come to my house like second time, third time, you're no longer a stranger. You're gonna find yourself in the kitchen making your own food. But anyway, like I said, trying to learn and understand the other person, other people's culture, it can be fun. Exploring new things, learning new things. And if you can visit. But there's a lot more that this video can go on, but I'm trying to keep my videos short. So there's so many other things that go into cultural differences, like food, language, clothing, attitude, and what else? Attitude is a big one. Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into that. I don't want to go into details. Like I said, we'll sit here all day and talk about it all day. But manage to understand somebody else's culture, be respectful, don't come off as, you know, and don't be respectful. It's important to be respectful. I already talked about that. You can learn something new about somebody else's culture, and try their food and whatever else that seem interested or you just want to know. So that's it for cultural differences. I don't want to go into this too much, and it's not, like I say, it's not just for relationship, it's just for friendship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. It's just cultural differences. It's, you know, it's a very visible, you can't hide it. It's a very visible thing. If you feel a certain way about somebody's culture, sometimes your face will just say it all. And like I said, we don't have to agree, but we have to respect. So respect and learn. Thank you for watching this video. Have a blessed one.